Good morning guys, this is your Sir DRV again and welcome back for another Mythic Heroes video. So for today we're going to talk about another hero, and that is for our latest UR, Dangan. So I know this has been late, but due to the fact that I don't have a max Dangun yet and I only have one copy, so what I did is I asked my friend to test it out. So my friend has a max Dangan and he was able to let me play the Dangan that he have, and now I can have a proper review of the Dangan of this Dangan. So yeah, let's go and check it out. So let's check out his ultimate first. So this power of Azadol, Dangun evokes the power of Azadol for 8 seconds, and every 2 seconds during this time a randomly ally refresh all their active skills, which is pretty good. But if this is not random, this is actually perfect. Additionally, every time this happens, the refreshed ally gains a shield for 5 seconds. This shield's strength is equal to 200% of Dangan's attack. So this is only helpful if 2 heroes are remaining in your lineup. Let's say for example you have Susano or Marduk and Dangun left in the battlefield, then this will be maximized. So at level 2, increase shields value to 240%. Level 3 increases shield value to 280%. At level 4, during the power of Azadal, Dangan's Hong and Eek stamp interval is reduced to 1 second. Alright, so we will move on to that Hong and Eek. This is a pretty special passive, the Great Polarity. So whenever Frontline ally uses an active skill, Dangun gains 1 Hong stamp. Whenever a backline ally uses an active skill, Dangun gains 1 Eek stamp. So these stamps heals and can only happen once every 2.8 seconds. Only the last 3 seals are retained. Whenever 3 seals are accumulated, consumes these arranged seals to release a unique skill. So this is where it gets tricky, guys. So the Great Polarity have 6 unique skills, and as you can see here on the icon of this passive, you have the icons of our equipment, the rune. So we have 2, 4, 6 runes, and each of them has a unique skill feature. So let me just show you these unique feature. Let's go to the portrait and to Dangan and then trial. So as you can see, that Eek and Hong stamps on the left side of Dangan, that's it. So whenever he reaches 3 of those stamps, he will release a unique skill. So let's count those unique skills, okay? Alright, number 1 is that rock. Second is that cloud. Third is that fire. There's also lightning here. Let's wait for the lightning. That's the another fire right there.
Wisdom lights the way.
Let's wait for the lightning. Yep, that's the lightning. And there's another skill for the mana burn or energy burn.
Wisdom lights the way.
Alright, there's a cloud. Let's wait for the energy burn.
Come on with reason. Wisdom lights the way.
So yeah, that's it. It's actually, let's slow it down. So the energy burn is colored purple. If you can see, it was actually pretty fast. And yeah, all in all, the total unique skill is actually 6 unique skills based on the equipment or rune that we currently have right now. So next is the Hongik. So whenever the Hong Seals is obtained, Dangan increase all allies parry by 6% for 3 seconds. This effect can be stacked up to 3 times. Whenever the Eek Seal is obtained, Dangan increase all allies breakthrough by 6% for 3 seconds. This effect can be stacked up to 3 times. So it increases the parry and breakthrough. So it's another passive, which is pretty good. And the last one is another passive as well. So Dangun actually doesn't have an active skill. So his only active skill is this. It will come from the Great Polarity. So it's the unique skill that he is throwing at the enemy whenever he accumulated those ink stamps and Hong stamps. So the last passive is whenever Dangan is in the front line, his defense is increased by 75%. Additionally, his frontline allies cooldown reduction is increased by 12%. And his backline allies auto attack speed is increased by 12%. Whenever Dangan is in the backline, his attack is increased by 25%, and additionally, his backline allies cooldown reduction is increased by 12%, and his frontline allies auto attack speed is increased by 12%. So this is actually pretty situational. I'm pretty sure the best position for Dangan is moving Dangan in the front line so he can gain that 75 increase boost in the defense. But if you level him up to maximum, the defense increase is up to 90%. And as you can see, the cooldown reductions at level 4 and attack speed is increased to 15%, which is pretty beneficial for endgame. Alright, so let's go back to Dangan. Now that we know his skills, let's check out his weapon. So the weapon that we have is the Sandalwood Divine Blade. So at 100, every 10 seconds, dispel all the buffs on Dangan. At 200, every 8 seconds, dispel the buff. And then at 300, every 6 seconds, dispel all the buffs on Dangan. And lastly, when Asdal power is activated, the shield created will generate one for Dangan as well. So this is actually pretty defensive weapon skills. So this will also be beneficial if you put Dangan in front because of his another passive skill. Alright, so let's go now to Divinity. So remember, Dangan is a support and a semi tank. So let's check out his divinity skills. So the first one, 10 seconds after the battle starts, all enemy unit lose 30 energy. Okay. When attacking, ignore 20% of target's defense. When health is above. Okay, so this is, I think the best one is the embroilment. And I can also say that Immortality Eterna is also beneficial in other areas. But my top pick here is the embroilment. Next is Formation Trance. When this hero is frontline, their dodge increase. Okay, so this is beneficial since we are putting Dangan in front. How about this? So yeah, the best one is the Formation Trance since he is a semi tank. Lastly, is the Panacea. So yeah, all of the divinity skills that will be best for Dangan is the defensive stats, Formation Trance, Panacea, and the embroilment. Alright, so how about equipment? So since Dangan will just be there for supporting capability, we'll just pick a defensive item. like the shield, or
Come
you can
on, with
also use this one since he will be on the front line. If you use this hammer, then the the enemy's attack speed will be reduced.
A little easy,
For
to be honest.
the rune, I would suggest you just go with defensive stats as well, like this light max health, or you can go with this one, reduce damage taken, since he is on the front line. And you can also use this leaf rune for the Adred control resistance ability. So these are the rules for defensive stats. Okay, so next, what will be the best team for Dangun? Is Dangun good for new players? So actually, my verdict here for Dangan is actually not that good for new players, as well as mid players. I think Dangan is only good for top players. So top players who is fighting in the championship arena, where we need 5 teams, right? So yeah, Dangan is actually not advisable for new players to use. But if you really like Dangan, then I would suggest a team. My number 1 pick will be your tank. Now another this one in the front, and you need a good healer again, like Nagakaina, and a good damager. Since Dangan is light, I would suggest another UR if you can get another UR, like Marduk. Where is my Marduk? Like this one, Marduk. Since Marduk is also light, he will gain a benefit. But if you don't want to build 2 UR, then you can just go with Susanoo as your main damager, and you can add a healer. So you can remove Nagakaina and put Cassandra as your healer. Where is my Cassandra? Here you can use Cassandra, since you will be utilizing 3:3 factional bonus. So let's just go with like this one, another damager, or you can go with GM for a new one, but GM is actually falling off in the later game, and you can just go with another UR like Lilith. But if you don't want to build another UR, you can just build this guy right here for added damage. So this is actually an optimal build for championship arena and the other arenas as well. But if you want Dangan in the early game, well, I would suggest not going for Dangan, because there are other heroes which is pretty a lot better than Dangan, like Marduk. Especially if you're free to play, then you can just go with other heroes. Okay, so yeah, Dangan is actually not good for free to play players, small fish. This is only for Kraken and whales. Okay, so I think that's it for today, and if you have other comment suggestions about Dangan, please leave it down in the comment below, and let's discuss this about in our comment section. Alright, so thank you very much, guys. I'll see you again. Goodbye for now.